There are new developments in a Fox 5 I-Team investigation into Grayson High School's championship football team.
The Georgia High School Association has notified the school that it was under investigation to see whether their starting tailback last year was ineligible to play. Fox 5 I-Team reporter Randy Travis returns with the investigation that started this. Randy?
Yeah, Tom and Sine, the player involved is one of the several who transferred to Grayson High School last year, openly admitting their main goal was to play for a powerhouse football team. But if GHSA finds he was not eligible to play, worst case scenario, Grayson could be stripped of its championship. Tailback Kurt Taylor arrived on the Grayson campus in Gwinnett County last summer as a senior, a blue-chip college prospect already committed to the University of Michigan. He actually spent 3 years here at Newton High School. Make that 3.5 years.
They run the screen. Kurt Taylor.
After helping Grayson win a state championship in December, Taylor transferred right back to Newton High School for his final semester.
I think it's disappointing that you're mocking the system.
According to records, Taylor's father rented this apartment in the Grayson district last year, but he continued to own the Covington house in which his son grew up. Looking at the player's tweets, it's clear he considered that house his home, especially when Michigan head coach Jim Harbaugh dropped by. January 26, 2017, I want to thank Coach Harbaugh for flying in today on a private plane to Covington, Georgia for a home visit, with the two sitting on his bed. The same day, hanging out in my backyard with Coach Harbaugh. Taylor even had a picture of his father with the coach sitting at the bar in my house in Covington, Georgia. He even included some video.
Crazy. You think life is just a given?
We showed the tweets to State Senator Bruce Thompson, a critic of how the Georgia High School Association has enforced certain rules. It appears that he transferred in for just one semester at Grayson High School, played football, won a state championship, and is now back at his old school.
Yeah, we'll seek to try and prevent that in the future. I think it's unfair to the schools. I think it's unfair to other athletes, and it's unfair to the people that play by the rules that were set in place by Georgia High School Association.
But are the rules themselves what need to be fixed? As long as Taylor was really living in that Grayson apartment and not just on paper, GHSA rules allow for that sort of transfer. And since Taylor's high school football career was finished after one semester, he could transfer back here to Newton and graduate without any penalty. Taylor's father did not respond to our repeated requests for comment, but last December his son tweeted this picture of his dad. He made a huge sacrifice for me to transfer to Grayson. Now we are champions. Senator Thompson wants to see future transfers required to sit out 1 year of athletic competition unless they can prove true hardship. His goal: prevent future players from doing what Taylor and his dad just did.
There's a significant problem with that, and there should be a penalty for that. I don't know what that is, but there should be a penalty for that.
Well, Grayson High School has a state championship right now.
Well, that's not a penalty.
The one-year transfer freeze could soon get more support at GHSA. Frustrated by a growing number of complaints, Thompson originally proposed replacing the nonprofit GHSA with a commission appointed by lawmakers. But GHSA Executive Director Gary Phillips agreed to retire, and Thompson agreed to drop his proposal. Was Gary Phillips the problem?
I think Gary was in a unique situation. I think in some ways Gary brought on a lot of problems himself.
Phillips himself challenged his critics, saying in a statement, the overall experience of Georgia's student athletes is not served by turning a blind eye to the issues of athlete recruitment and eligibility-related fraud. The student-athlete experience is not served by pandering politicians. But Thompson says he only wants to make sure the rules are the same for every player, especially those who show up only to win a championship.
They're looking at the system and saying, I challenge you to do anything about this. Well, that challenge has been accepted.
The Gwinnett County School spokesperson issued this statement late today about the GHSA investigation, saying, we have serious questions about whether you can retroactively change a student-athlete status because a family chose to move their student based on what they felt was best for their student academically. I'm told this GHSA investigation will not be quick.
Okay, so the way this is set up, how long does a student have to live in this new district in order to be eligible?
1 year. That's what the GHSA rules say, 1 year. And they can go back and retroactively say, you're ineligible because you didn't stay the whole year. That's what I've been told. Unless perhaps maybe you graduate early. But the other question that GHSA is going to have to figure out is, were they really living full-time in that apartment in the Grayson district, or were they also living in that house that he never sold, never put up on the market to be sold in Covington? Because if so, it could be a larger problem.
Something parents of other standout athletes might be paying attention to.
Yeah, because other athletes are trying to follow the rules, and that's what gets people so upset about this, is because it looks like he was mocking the system, mocking the rules.
All right, Randy. Thank you so much.